Today, let's cover something very interesting. Is vegetarianism more superior or non-vegetarianism with respect to athleticism and longevity? Welcome back to Untapped. I'm your host Adhan Chauhan, and let's deep dive into the world of history, mystery, and conspiracy through the purview of science, facts, and evidence. So without further ado, let's just dive right in. So the modern scientific community today has found some groundbreaking research when it comes to the prehistoric man. For the longest time, we thought that the stone tools were used to hunt animals and eat meat. But after conducting the strontium tests by using bones and teeth of prehistoric man, we see that the blue flame is turning red. That denotes that they were getting most of the nutrients from plants. Well, it's quite curious that how man at that time knew how to farm and harvest crops. Well, courtesy of the documentary The Game Changers, which is on Netflix, we have found skeletons of gladiators from Greece, and on conducting strontium tests for them as well, according to the myths of them being barley and beans eaters, we found out that they were completely vegetarian. How did the fiercest warriors from antiquity eat vegetarian food and be so strong? Stories of gladiators besting tigers and lions in the gladiatorial arena didn't get their nutrition from meat. It's quite curious. Well, the scientific community today is talking about being in an alkaline state versus being in an acidic state for health. And as we eat vegetarian food, they say that our body has lesser inflammation. So athletes that eat vegetarian food or vegan food have allegedly been recovering faster in their workouts and even getting higher numbers in their strength and their endurance, as it's more conducive with cardiovascular function. All medication for heart patients talks about alleviating red meats to decrease the amount of cholesterol in their body and be more healthy. There are lots of benefits of the plant-based diet today. Well, let's talk about the fabled warriors from the past, like the Shaolin monks from China. Well, these forms of martial arts like Tai Chi or Shaolin Kung Fu bases the energy from Chi or Prana that rests below your navel. So the Chi is used as the source of energy in the martial art form. So as you culture this balanced form of energy through meditative processes, it is also used effectively in fighting. Today you see countless documentaries on National Geographic or History TV or even Discovery where they show Shaolin monks and their brute strength, cars going over their abdomen, or they empowering certain parts of their body by directing chi to them and making them impenetrable. For instance, I have seen Shaolin monks bend spears, metal spears, with their necks. They use their throat to bend metal spears with their necks. How they do such things is quite curious. These men were seemingly lean, muscular but lean, and not very big, perform exorbitant feats of strength. From a very young age, Shaolin monks are held and rammed into the wall, and their skulls, all parts of their head are made very strong. Different parts of their bodies are trained in rigorous and gruesome ways to be really strong. Similarly, if you talk about the yogic sciences of India, and you take Brahmachari warriors from the past who transmuted sexual energy and performed martial arts, even though they looked similarly lean, they could perform miraculous feats of strength and take on 4 or 5 warriors single-handedly with ease. Such things really invoke my curiosity about the sophistication of these esoteric sciences of the past. When you see consistencies from these beliefs and sciences of the past with modern research and trends like veganism or vegetarianism, it's quite mind-boggling. As we've established in past videos, that our thoughts actually have an electromagnetic reality and our emotions are energies in motion. We get all of this energy from phytoelectricity, which comes from plants. And modern science now talks about the sun being the source of energy, which gets trapped by chlorophyll in plants. And animals that eat plants are the middlemen of all of that energy that we eat. Hence, whenever a doctor prescribes a recovery diet to a patient, it usually comprises of a balanced vegetarian diet. Well, research is proving that it is possible to build muscle and strength on vegetarian and vegan diets. But you need to know your nutrition sciences, because you want to make sure you're getting your calories in, and you want to make sure you're getting your protein in from your vegan or vegetarian meals. As vegetarian foods are lesser in caloric density, you have to eat a higher quantum and a more variety of food. So the big debate between vegetarianism and non-vegetarianism is, your non-vegetarian sources of protein are complete and they have all essential and non-essential amino acids. But vegetarian food need to be eaten in combinations of different forms of vegetarian sources of protein. You don't have complete profiles of vegetarian amino acids in the vegetarian sources of food. But if you consider nature and you see the alimentary canal of man, it's long like other herbivorous creatures on the planet. It's made to digest cellulose. So as you eat meat, it takes 24 to 48 hours to flush out of the body, and it ferments inside like the garbage bags outside your house. And if you compare this to a meat-eating carnivore, their alimentary canal is quite short. So they're designed to eat meat and flush it out of the body really fast. Human beings have molars in their mouth. So these grinding teeth are there in all herbivorous creatures like deer, chimpanzees, gorillas and other primates. And if you think about physical prowess, you see a rhinoceros or an ox or an elephant or even a gorilla. They're really strong and they're also vegetarian. So it kind of bursts the myth of having non-vegetarian food to actually build a solid foundation of strength. Even if we talk about the fearsome ninja assassins from the past, they couldn't be bested in battle. They were really stealthy and they were made to be energy efficient, to go on for days without eating food or water. It's because they were also using the chi or the prana as the source of all energy. They had severe austerities and meditative processes, flexibility work, stealth work, skill work, to be able to sit completely at ease with a low metabolism, that they won't have a compulsive need to burn and take in energy, yet on demand they could be very explosive and strong and precise with their movements. Being super stealthy, throwing shurikens, using knives and swords, these martial artists have been revered in different cultures throughout the world. And another very interesting facet about prana or chi and vegetarianism is that as we see movies like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, we see people jumping really high, jumping from rooftop to rooftop and being very stealthy and very buoyant. And if you compare a dead body and somebody who's living, the dead body is more lethargic and heavy. The dead body has more weight, but somebody living of the same weight is probably lighter. This is the case because these esoteric sciences believe that there's a certain buoyancy in the body when your chi or prana is activated, and there are certain processes to become lighter yet being really strong. So as you culture this 5-pointed form with asanas and get better at holding poses, you kind of tap into a better buoyancy, and as you do endurance work or flexibility work, you're able to be lighter in the body. You might be an 80 kilogram man, but as you move freely, you won't feel the weight that you're carrying. And such dimensions have been talked about in these esoteric sciences, which really makes you wonder about how sophisticated these really are. So friends, I hope I offered some sort of value to you today. What do you think? What is superior, vegetarianism or non-vegetarianism? Let me know in the comment section below. Definitely like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so that you get notifications every time I release a video like this, and stay tuned for more.